I'm Donna Bush with your CIGTV News Update. Members of the media had their hard hats on Friday morning, along with Minister of Education, the Honourable Tara Rivers, and her cabinet colleagues. They were given a tour of the new John Gray High School gymnasium to see the progress of the project to date. The key objectives of completing the gym is to provide a fully functional facility to deliver indoor physical education, to have a fully functional hall for exams and assemblies, to provide a national indoor arena for national sporting events, and to provide a Category 5 hurricane-rated shelter and seismic hardening for earthquakes. Now, construction on the John Gray High Gymnasium is expected to be completed by May of this year, and then it's time to move on to phases 3 to 5. Well, just weeks after a fire truck overturned on the airport runway in Cayman, a new truck will soon be added to its fleet. The modern aerodrome fire truck will be based at the Charles Colonel International Airport Fire Station that's on Cayman. Fire Chief David Hales has officially signed the contract for the new firefighting vehicle with a price tag of just over 599,000 CI dollars. The bright green Panther 6x6 model will replace the Oshkosh brand fire truck that overturned on the airport runway 6 weeks ago during a performance test on the 5th of January this year. Now, it will be fully equipped with all the essentials for fire aviation fires, plus several advanced features never seen in the Cayman Islands. The cost of the firefighting engine that was damaged in the incident was $425,387. Chief Hale said that the fire truck was purchased for the CIFS about 10 years ago. The last time a new fire truck was purchased for the CIFS was 2008, and Cayman has not received a new fire truck since 2006. Now, the money used to purchase the new vehicle were funds the Ministry of Home Affairs already had budgeted for a fire truck replacement for this fiscal year. Well, Minister of Financial Services, the Honourable Wayne Panton, returned from Europe with ministry staff last week. While there, the minister and other members of the delegation met with European parliamentarians and the EU Commission to continue talks which started last year and to hear about other initiatives being undertaken.
One of those is they are looking at developing, by the end of this year, a sort of what they would typically refer to as a blacklist of non-cooperative jurisdictions. And for us, it's important that we understand the process. It's important that we understand whether it's a fair process or not, and that we engage and ensure that we communicate the facts around the Cayman Islands, its transparency regime, its level of cooperation, its level of engagement in various international fora, and the way it's been assessed as being very cooperative, very responsible in terms of its international obligations. We did that effectively with both members of the European Parliament. We met, for example, with the head of the Panama Papers Committee. We also met with members of the Commission, Mr. Moscovici, who I've had correspondence with in the past. Mr. Moutalier, who's from the Commission as well, and we also participated in a think tank discussion about corporate taxation and the extent to which the various existing initiatives work. Are they effective? Do they go as far as they should? And do they need to go further? Those sorts of issues. And that was a very interesting discussion because it presented a broad range of perceptions and perspectives. One of the things that I was leading on effectively was saying, look, there are a whole range of initiatives that we have faced over the last few years. What we have not done is step back and wait to see how effective each of these things are before the world moves on to something new. And I think that sort of brought home the fact that, perhaps we do need to do that. We need to challenge our assumptions because we're asked to challenge our own assumptions. So I suggested that perhaps they need to challenge their assumptions. They need to challenge the old narratives that they have understood for some time about the Cayman Islands. And we were presenting effectively what the reality was and trying to influence their perspective on that narrative.
Now, the Cayman Islands is one of 93 countries included in the EU screening process. Minister Panton says, we're doing everything right and within international standards.
we certainly do not want our jurisdiction to be abused in any way by anyone who has nefarious intentions or ulterior motives. So it's our obligation to protect our own reputation and to ensure that internationally we're perceived as being extremely responsible and adhering to global standards.
Minister Pandon tells us the trip was good for the Cayman Islands and he's confident we won't be on any blacklists. Well, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. For now, I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us this week. I hope you'll do the same again next week, but until then, have a wonderful and, of course, a very safe weekend. Bye-bye for now.